This is my meditation. This is where I recharge, have my spiritual guidance, inspiration, and everything else you can imagine. You know, in Japan they call these forest baths. You're bathing in this great nature's arms, basically. And I don't think I would have reached this high in spiritual awareness, higher consciousness, had I not been all the time surrounded by this beautiful nature. I was reading today about this poet singing tradition that goes back to 3,000 years in the Nordic and Baltic region. They were considered as shamans in Finland back in the day, like 100 years ago. And since I only recently, a year ago, realized my strong animal reading capabilities, horse whispering, if you will, and cat and dog and everything else, then I started really embracing my palm reading skills. Or they were both feeding each other. And finally, the last thing, I have started to really embrace my musicality, singing for the first time in my life. And I've also started again from season 1, the show, Netflix show, no, it's HBO actually, Vikings. And there's literally so many similarities, well, neighboring countries, Nordic countries, Scandinavian countries, the belief system, and I just find it so much easier to believe, skip everything else and go straight back to the Stone Age, or non-Stone Age, 3,000 years, 2,000 years ago, or even 1,000 years ago. The original belief system we had here, it was really, there's nothing wrong with it. And I find it very comforting that ever since I was starting to come in terms with all my losses, I've lost both of my parents, my brother, pretty much all my family, I found comfort in thinking in thousands of years. I'm just one link in hundreds of generations of stories, knowledge, wisdom. Nothing more, nothing less. And I definitely have some shamanic tendencies. At first I really didn't know what to do with them. Like, really the first months coming off from the initial shock after the loss, I had my people reading and their energy scanning capabilities were on turbo mode. Now I've learned how to cope with it. I don't have to know everything about everybody all the time, that's not necessary, but I definitely feel that there's so much potential in what I can do, and I'm really eager to do something with it for good, especially in this time and age where there's trouble after trouble after trouble, corona and fires and all these kind of depressing things are going on. So I find it very comforting to look back 1,000 years, 2,000 years, the simpler times, where there was a god that brought thunder, there was a god that brought the harvest. I embrace every religion. I embrace all the gods there is, or if there isn't, most of my life I've been an atheist anyway. And spiritualism is not a religion anyway. But even if somebody wants to believe it is, all the best for them. I don't really discriminate against anyone or anything. Let's meditate. This is meditation. Usually I don't take my phone with me, but ever since I got lost in the woods and as a real miracle found my way home, I've always taken my phone with me. But all those coincidences, all those things that happened to me, I find this immense comfort in these woods. Nothing bad can happen to you here. There's a bear here. My neighbor's dogs keeps barking at it. My dog keeps barking at it. It roams really close to our house, but it's out there. And in Asian culture, and even still, bear is a respected animal. So when they hunt them, they have a permission to hunt 1 or 2 every year or per region. They always carry them back from the forest as a sign of appreciation. And in the ancient religion, the shamanistic culture, it was a sacred animal. And I really don't know how to be afraid of it. Many people are afraid of it, but I think it's an essential part of these woods. Let's walk up the hill and then I get to say goodbye. I noticed when I was posting one video about high awareness, and a lot of people showed interest. I think these things are not easy to look answers for. It took me all this time that I even knew that I needed answers to anything. I mean, I was constantly looking for answers. I just didn't know the questions. What was it that I was really looking for? And I was also looking today, scientists explaining about shamanistic cultures and tendencies, and I found it very funny that somebody was explaining things that are very natural to me, but in an academic manner. Of course, I never knew what was it that I had. I just knew that I was somehow different. All right. I hope you enjoyed my first revealing of my true spiritual identity. There's more to come. Definitely. It's new to me too, so bear with me if I'm not so smooth in my way of deliberation. I hope everybody has a really nice weekend, and I'll see you soon. And thanks for watching.